What's good? I am back. One and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast. I took a little 1-2 week break, and I'm back. It's fight week this week. Shouts out to everybody tuning in on Instagram. Shouts out to my man Irvin Ford, uh, Rachel Unbreakable, Johnny Dozier, near John Hamid, DJ Pete Sheriff, it looks like. Shouts out to my man Robin 88. Smash Smash a Batum. Who else we got? We got Chancey. Shouts out to Chancey. How you doing, Chancey, out there in Kansas, I think it is. So I got a guest coming on in a few. I want to give her a little bit of time. She's on Germany time. And of course, I'm on East Coast time. And let me go ahead and pull up this fight card. You got Lane versus Dustin Peg. I think it's this Saturday, BKFC 86 Mohegan Sun. Lane versus Peg. All right, here's our guest. Let's introduce her properly. So she has about 30 fights in combat sports or more from what I can see, ranging from kickboxing, boxing, bare knuckle fighting, and even power slap, which I'm definitely interested to ask about. Let's bring on live from Germany, Nicole Schaefer.
Hello,
Nicole, how you doing?
I'm good, fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good. The weather flip flopped on us out here in North Carolina, but other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, in Germany it's very cold, like it's snowing. And yeah, I just got back home from the gym. Hello?
A little bit. Do you have you ain't got headphones? Up, we just lost her. We just lost her. Connection was just lagging. Boy, these international interviews, man, they can they can be have cause issues sometimes. Let's see if we can get her to come back on. While I'm waiting on that, let's go over to there we go. See if we got her back on.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but yeah, now I think it will work now.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I want to start here. Originally it says you were in kickboxing.
Yes, yes.
You had about 29 fights, amateur level, 21 wins, earning a German championship title before turning pro. How'd you initially get into kickboxing?
So I was like 14 years old and I wanted to do something that gets the energy out of me because like I had a lot of energy and I went uh, horse riding and it was like kind of boring for me. And then I was looking for something more exciting and more exhausting, you know? Yes.
So how was this whole experience for you with your amateur kickboxing?
It was like it made a lot of fun. My first fight, I didn't want to fight in the beginning, but my coach was like, "Girl, you have talent, you have to fight," and he pushed me into the ring. And yes, and then I fell in love with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you got real nervous the first time you were about to fight and literally kind of had second thoughts about it?
No, I was always the person to do things other people would be afraid of. So I didn't
Okay.
have second thoughts, but I was like, I'm always nervous. I'm still nervous before my
Okay.
fights. Yeah.
So I seen you had a few boxing matches. Looks like you were 3-0, two draws.
Yes,
So
exactly.
nobody really beat you. Um,
Yeah.
But then you transition into bare knuckle. Like, how did that whole opportunity come about? You got into bare knuckle.
So I had a boxing match in Italy, and there I met a man. His name is Didier. I'm still good friends with him, and
Hmm.
he's like a matchmaker. He knows a lot of people around the world, and we were talking about bare knuckle, and I was like, yeah, I would try bare knuckle. And then he was like, you serious? You would try? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then he got me the fight like 2 weeks later. Yeah.
So, what did like your friends or family members think when you told them you were about to try bare knuckle?
Oh, I didn't tell my parents because they're always so afraid, especially my
Okay.
mom. She's always afraid. She doesn't want me to fight. But my friends were really supportive. They support me a lot. And yeah,
So you go from boxing to bare knuckle. What was the
yes.
biggest technical adjustment going from boxing to bare knuckle? What was just something that was just totally different to you?
Uh, First, the guard, that I don't hold my hands like this anymore, or like this, because the hands are open. And the
Hmm.
biggest problem for me was the head movement, because you can't stay in line. You can't get hit as much as in boxing, because every hit in
Yeah.
the face is like a cut. That's why you have to move all the time. And this was really hard for me. But it made my boxing better. So it was a good decision to go into bare knuckle. Yeah.
Now you've done two fights in the BKFC. I think one each year, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes.
So in between that, what are you doing? Like, cause that's a long time to wait to have to fight.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I would love to fight like 2 times or even 3 times a year in Barnacle FC, but it's hard to get fights. That's why I
Hmm.
had to wait 1 year. And in the meantime, I was like doing boxing matches, pro boxing, or power slap. But I try to stay as active as possible.
So power slap. I mean, it does sound like you want to do all the crazy things. Like,
Yeah. I want
I
to
think
try
that's one of the
everything.
craziest. Power slap is one of the craziest things to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Cause you're a bare knuckle fighter, you're a kickboxer, you're a boxer,
Hmm.
and you got to stand there and let somebody slap you as hard as they can.
Hmm.
I would imagine it involves a lot of discipline.
Yes, it's really hard to like let somebody hit you in the face without putting your hands up. And it was really hard to do this, but it was also a lot of fun, because like they are only slapping you. It's not like a fist that will hit you hard. And if I were a man, I would not do it, because I think like men are more strong, and
Hmm.
if a man would hit me, I would like get knocked out instantly. But I think as a woman, it's not, you don't have to be afraid to do this.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. Yeah.
Well, I mean, after you've done bare knuckle, a power slap, like you said,
Mm.
it's not as bad. The only thing is that you got to kind of just bite your tongue and wait to slap them back,
Yeah.
because you can't react right away.
Yeah. 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 I know. I know. It's hard, but it makes a lot of fun.
And
It's
how did you get into that to that?
Oh, I texted the matchmaker on Instagram,
Okay.
because I was like, you can sign for it online, but I was like, no, maybe they will not take me. I want to text the person who does the matchmaking. I want to text them personally, and it worked. Like they answered me 1 day later, and they were like, okay, yeah, we like that you text us personally, and uh, yes, we have a match for you.
So in power slap, are a lot of these people fighters or just regular people?
Yes.
No, like are they fighters or regular people in power slap?
Oh, sorry. On Power Slap, I think there are some regular people, but most of
Okay.
them are fighters. They have like a fighting background. Yes.
So what would you like to focus most on? Would you like to focus as much on BKFC and bare knuckle as you could right now?
Yes, yes. Like bare knuckle FC is the most important thing for me, but I take every fight that I can because I want to stay as active as possible and yes, get
And
better.
it seems like every fighter I interview, being a fighter is a tough journey because, like you said, you got one BKFC fight per year, but that's not
Yes.
gonna pay all the bills. So you got
Yes.
to do other fights. You got to do power slap. You got to do boxing. Do you still do kickboxing?
Uh, I would take a kickboxing match, yes, but I'm not training for it like that
Yeah.
much. Yes. Yeah, it's really hard because like as a fighter, as you said, you can't live from only from fighting. You have to do a lot of like looking for sponsors and stuff like this.
Sponsors. Yep.
It's so hard to live from it, but yes, I hope it will work out in the end. Yes.
So I was watching some of your highlights on your first BKFC fight. I couldn't pull up the
Yeah.
one you had your second one, but
Hmm.
I like what I saw, man. I like you seem like you were really good at like a combination of body shots and headshots. I mean, towards the end you really beat your opponent really bad. I mean, you were hitting it with the body shots, you were hitting it with the headshots. Are you big with the body shots?
Thank you. Yes, my coach told me in Barnacle I should do a lot of body shots because
Mhm.
when you hit the head, maybe my hands will break my yes, and I will get hurt. And shots hurt a lot, especially in Barnacle, and it was like the goal to knock her out in the body. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen guys actually knock out guys almost with body shots. I mean,
Yes.
like they
Yes.
hit them one time in the gut and they can't even get up. So I
Mhm.
think body shots are definitely important in this sport. What about the clinch? You big on the clinch?
Oh, it's the clinching is like a hard thing for me to learn. Like we're still
Mhm.
getting me better in this, but it's like it's important in bare knuckle because you can clinch a lot, hold and punch, and I think this is like the position where the most knockouts happen in bare knuckle FC. So yeah, it's really important to be good at the clinching. Yes.
And clinch is good for, a couple reasons. Good for defensive purposes. If somebody's beating you up pretty bad, you get clinch, and long as it's not active, they might stop they might stop it and restart it. And then on the offensive end, I mean, you could wear down your opponent. I've seen guys just punch them little punches to the face like that over and over again, and
Mm-hmm.
they just wear down after a while. I mean, I just really like bare knuckle. It's something about bare knuckle. I feel like it's really the ultimate fighting sport today.
Yes.
Even though UFC calls themselves the ultimate fighting championship, I feel like bare knuckle is the ultimate one. Like just these and you in the ring.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So have you heard anything about any new fights that you might be getting in bare knuckle soon, possibly?
No, not yet. Like I want to fight as soon as possible. I'm ready. Like I'm training 2 times a day at the moment, and I'm not in fight camp, so I'm staying ready
Mhm.
and active. And yes,
I think part of the problem is BKFC just they go overseas, but not enough. They'll go over UK like every 3 to 4 months. But
yes,
they did Spain once, then you had
Italy.
Dubai, Italy, but it's not enough. They need a little bit more.
Yes, I think so too. They need to do some more in Europe because people in Europe they love bare knuckle, and yes,
Mm. And you fought in what was it? Spain and Italy?
Italy, Bulgaria, and Italy.
Oh, just Bulgaria and Italy. Bulgaria and
Yes,
Italy.
yes, yes.
Now,
Bulgaria
was
was
bare
my
knuckle legal in Germany? Is it legal in
it
Germany?
it's legal now. Yes, since 2 years, I think.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, do you feel like European fighters are still underrated?
Uh, no. Like we have. Do you know King of the Streets?
Mhm.
Do you know King of the Streets? Sorry, the connection's really bad right now.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So in Europe we
yeah.
have a
No,
lot.
actually started bare knuckle in UK as well.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And we have a lot of good King of the Streets fighter in Europe, so I think European fighters are not underrated at all. I don't think so. Yeah.
So, what does it mean for you to represent Germany on the combat sports?
Oh, I'm very proud of this because in Germany we have a lot of fighters, but not a lot of fighters that are fighting international. They always stay in Germany because it's more safe for them. And yeah, I'm very proud that I can
Mhm.
represent Germany all around the world.
So, what are some of your goals that you're chasing right now? I know everybody
Mm.
always wants to get the title, but is there any other internal goals that you have in combat sports?
Oh, not really. Like just to be the best version of myself, to see how far I can go and win, and yeah, just have a lot of fun in fighting and travel around the world. This is my goal.
You know, here talking to you, it's like it's still almost amazing to me that you do all these things. You bare
Yeah.
knuckle, power slap, kickbox, boxing, you know, and even bare knuckle, like bare knuckle has a lot of beautiful women in there that
Mm.
I'd be like, wow, I'm shocked that she actually even bare knuckles.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean, but like I think I don't know. I like to see them that they are like beautiful, but they can still fight and be like they are really tough to do bare knuckle and not only boxing.
Well, I think a lot of people think a lot of women in combat sports are usually like manly looking or manly, and some are, but there's a lot that are really feminine. There's
Yes,
a
yes,
lot that
exactly.
are, and they use that sex appeal in the weigh-ins. You know, that's the thing about women in the weigh-ins. Y'all can use that sex appeal
Mm,
like no other. You know, y'all come out there in the skimpy outfits in the
mm,
weigh-ins, and you know, it
mm.
definitely helps sell.
Yes, yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have no new fights coming up at all that you like, no power slaps or nothing?
No, nothing, not yet.
I mean, does that ever discourage you when you don't get fights right away?
Yes, like for example, now, right now, when I don't have a fight in the future, I'm like, sometimes I don't have the motivation to train, but I still train. But it's like not, it doesn't make fun to train for like nothing, for no goal. But yeah, I will be sure there will be a lot of fights this year, but it still takes some time to get them, like to get a contract and stuff like this.
And who are some of the people that you train with?
Sorry, again?
Who are some of the people that you train with?
Oh, I still don't understand. What do you mean? Like with the people I
Like,
train?
who you coaches and stuff like that? Yeah, you like your coaches and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like my coach, Eduard Müller, Eddie Müller. Like he trains a lot of people from King of the Streets, like Lukas Söntgen,
Okay.
and yeah, we are a really good team. Yes.
So it's not hard to find people to train with for like all these different sports out there, kickboxing,
No,
bare knuckle.
no, it's not. We are like a good team and a lot of people that do different stuff. Like some are kickboxers, some are boxers. I'm the only power slapper, but this is no problem. Yes.
Do you train for power slap? I mean, how does that work?
Yes, a lot of neck and strength training, and like we have a dummy, and my coach holds the dummy, and I try to hit the chin as good as I can. This is like the only thing we do for this.
What they usually give away like cash prizes in those events?
Power slap,
Yeah.
yeah, they pay me a good purse, yeah, for the fights. Yes,
Oh, so you get paid like a regular fighter would.
yes, yes,
And that's actually considered it's considered a combat sport, right?
yeah, yeah. I think so.
I think so too. If you let somebody slap you. So I mean, I really like to see you get back in this ring soon. I know it's definitely got to be discouraging. I don't think I could be a fighter.
No?
No, I just think like you gotta truly. I respect the fact that y'all truly love this,
Thank you.
you know. And it's not even just international fighters, American fighters too. They could have one fight a year,
Mm.
you know. And it's like that's not enough for me. It's not enough satisfaction. I gotta like, you know, I don't know, but I
Yeah,
definitely commend. I definitely commend y'all.
I understand what you mean. Yes, it's really hard sometimes, yes, to wait
No,
for the next.
it's a tough grind. It's a tough grind.
Yeah.
Like in fight promotions, they always want you to be loyal, but sometimes they're not loyal,
Yeah, I understand. Yes,
you
yes.
know.
That's
So there's that element.
yeah.
Do you watch any combat sports usually?
Um, not a lot to be honest. Like I watch Power Slap and yeah, sure, Barnacle FC, but I'm not the type of person who watches fights every day and try to learn from it. That's like I don't know. I like to train myself, but I don't like to watch the fights. It's hard for me to learn from watching fights.
Are you into calling out other fighters at all?
Um, Not really. Like I'm hoping to fight Christine Ferreira one day from
Okay.
Barnacle, and in Power Slap. I mean, everyone wants to slap Paige Vincent one day in the women's division in Power Slap. So this would be a dream opponent. But I don't really care who's in front of me. Like I only want to fight, and yes.
And you're in the same weight class as Christine Faria?
Yes, I am. Like my first fight was 125 lbs, and my second fight was 135 because they told me I can fight a girl, but I have to move up in weight class, and I was like, okay, I don't care. Like I only want to fight. Like so, the weight class isn't this important for me.
So 135, but that's featherweight?
No, I think 125 is featherweight and 135 is bantamweight. I think. Or
Okay, okay.
I don't.
I
I don't
don't
know.
because I don't think the BKFC has a bantamweight division yet. They just got right now. They mainly have a featherweight,
Yeah,
flyweight, and strawweight. But you don't go down to 115 at all, do you?
I would. If they give me a fight, I would go down. It's no problem.
I mean, there's a lot of opponents in BKFC that you know
Hmm.
definitely are there for the taking. And I mean, Christine Faria. I mean, I guess you got to call her out because she is the greatest of
Yeah,
this. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. She's really strong, and I love to watch her fights because, like, she's a really tough fighter. And I would love to fight her to see if I'm already on her level. I only have two fights. I would love to do one or two more fights before I face her. But yeah,
and that's the thing with bare knuckle. If you go about 4-0, 5-0,
hmm.
that could probably put you in the rankings, and that can definitely get you a title shot. Christine Faria is running out of people to prove it against. I hate
Yeah,
to say it, you know.
yeah, yeah. I know. So I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Yep. Well, let's see what time we're at. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark. See if we got any more questions we didn't ask you. I definitely like when I saw you did power slap, I was definitely interested to know about that because last person I interviewed, we were talking about that, and he was like,
Mm.
he couldn't let nobody do the power slap thing. He wouldn't be able to stop himself from like getting up and swinging on them.
Yeah, I understand.
Um, see. So between boxing, bare knuckle, and power slap,
Hmm.
which one tests your nerves the most?
Bare knuckle. So
Bare
boxing,
knuckle.
like yeah, boxing is easy. Power slap is, I mean, it's hard to get slapped in the face, but I don't think anyone can knock me out there because I have a really good chin. But bare knuckle is like the most brutal thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't bare knuckle fight, but it looks far more brutal.
Yeah.
Um, well, say you ain't said you don't call you, and I could tell you when I asked you, do you call people? I could tell you don't. You seem like a really nice, sweet person.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
why I mean, there's a lot of I interview a lot of bare knuckle fighters. They're really nice people. I realize that a lot of them are
Yeah.
really nice people. They just like the bare knuckle, which is weird to me. I still
Yeah.
don't understand what it is like,
Mhm.
because most people think, just everybody's gotta be mean and tough to bare knuckle,
Yeah.
but that ain't the case. Okay,
No.
this the last question. Outside of fighting, like, what's something that fans might not know about you?
Oh, so like I think the same thing you were just talking about. Like I'm not that tough and I'm not mad. Like I'm just a yeah, sometimes I feel like a small girl doing some boxing, and like I'm not, I'm always really nice to people. When people talk to me, they are always like, wow, I thought you were like angry, but now you're so nice. Thank you so much. And this is like, yeah, I think, as you said, like you think barnacle boxers are brutal, but they are really nice people and really kind. Yes.
Yeah, I think with you would be like the looks are deceiving. Like somebody might think that you're a pushover, and they come to find out when you hit
Yeah.
them with some body shots and then some headshots, it might not go their way.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, watching the highlights and just talking to you, it's just like, wow. I feel like it's two different people almost.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So a lot of people like in power slap, for example, you have to be like a showmaker. You have to be like, oh, I don't care, you slapped me, this was nothing. And you have to do this to get the win, to show them that the slap wasn't good of your opponent. And yeah, but this is just show. Like I would never laugh at somebody or be like, I don't care about you, blah blah blah, and talk shit, like the shit talking before fights. This is not me, but you have to do this. So yeah.
And one thing I know about women and bare knuckle is some of these before fights get a little personal.
Yes.
They some of the things that said it gets a little personal,
Hmm.
but like soon as the fights are over, it's like it's respect. I mean, because
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
Christine Faria and Jessica Borga got really personal.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
It got really personal.
Hmm.
It did, and then Faria, went in there and proved that why she's the best,
Hmm.
and was literally in the hospital checking on Borga,
Yes. Yes.
afterwards, just
Yeah.
the respect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really important that I mean, this is part of the game, of the show, to be like
Yeah.
push each other and hate on each other. But I think as long as you are still nice after the fight, it's all good.
What out of all these events you've done, power slap, boxing, BKFC, kickboxing, what's the biggest crowd you've been in front of?
Um, I yeah, I think like Bernacle FC in Italy, it was, I don't know how many people were in this, like in this arena, but were a lot of people. And the show in Italy, it was amazing, like the days before and everything. Like they did a really good job with this event. Yes.
That wasn't the one in the Bull Arena, was it?
Yes, yes,
It
exactly. Yes.
was? Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that, on TV, and was just like, yeah, it looks like that's going to be a crazy event. And it
Yes.
was.
Yes, they do. I mean, I was not fighting in at Bernacle FC in Spain, but I was there as a visitor, and it
Hmm.
was the same. It was like huge and amazing, and yes, one of the biggest shows of bare knuckle FC.
And your last opponent, what was her name? I forgot. Beto?
Yes, Sarah Bito,
Sarah
Sarah Bito.
Sarah Beto? I thought
Yeah,
she was pretty tough going into that, but you did your thing.
yeah, she was really tall. Like she was two heads
Yeah,
taller.
yeah, she was tall
It
and lanky.
it was so hard to fight against her because I couldn't reach her. She had so long arms. But yes, in the end, I got the win, and it was not a knockout or something like this that made me like. I was sad that I couldn't knock her out, but it was so hard for me to reach her. Like, uh, yeah, I had another opponent, but 1 week ago, the other opponent cancelled, and that's why I got Sarah Beetle. And yeah, like the whole game plan, we had to switch the game plan in 1 week, and this was really hard. Yes.
I mean, and that's hard on both of y'all, right? Going in.
Yes.
I mean, because neither one, both of y'all get a week to basically prepare for each other,
Yes. It was like
and
hard.
it's still, I think, hard for like people to train for opponent in bare knuckle, like
Mm.
because somebody that's only had one or two fights, they still don't even really know probably what kind of fighter they really want to be in bare knuckle.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Well, any shout outs you want to do before we go? Any sponsors you want to shout out?
Oh, I want to say like a big thank you to my coach, Eddie Müller, who's always supporting me, and to my whole team. Yes.
Well, I appreciate you reaching out. Whenever you get a new fight, let's try to have you back on.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you for having me. And yes, thank you so much.
I and keep me updated. Like when your next, power slap or whatever it is, because I definitely want to see you do the power slap thing.
Yeah, yes, sounds good. I will text you and then keep you updated. Yes.
I enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye. Well, that was Nicole Schaefer from Germany. Sorry about the connection. She's across the pond, 6 hours ahead of us. She's 2-0 BKFC. Don't know really what her power slap rankings is, but I think that's interesting. I couldn't do power slap. I interviewed Houston Alexander recently, and we talked about this. Like he said, he couldn't do power slap. He couldn't just allow somebody to slap him and just sit there and bite his tongue. I guess I don't know, man. It takes a certain kind of discipline, man. Allow somebody to just slap you. But I guess I mean, if you're getting paid, and the check is nice. I don't know, man. The check is nice. I might could do power slap. Might could do power slap. Bare knuckle, hell no. I'm 5'4", 150 pounds, soaking wet, former dislocated shoulder, 5 screws in my foot, former broken femur with a metal rod, can't even jog. I get the brakes beat off of me. But we got fight week this week. We got Lane versus Peg. That's really the only fight that I'm interested in, to be honest with you, on this card. Not a Matt Guyman. Actually, I want to see the Matt Guyman fight. I interviewed Matt Guyman on here after he fought Ryan Reber, and I think he's really tough. He gave Reber all he could handle, gave him a run for his money. I remember seeing a slow down highlight where he hit Reber, and Reber looked like he didn't even know where he was at the time. Dalvin Blair is fighting Ramiro Figueroa, which that's the guy that beat Howard Davis last fight. That should be interesting. But I'm not too big on a lot of these other fights. I don't know. So a lot of these guys are making debuts. I don't know too much about a lot of these guys, but I eventually will after it's all said and done. So that's BKFC 86 Mohegan Sun Lane versus Peg. That's on the zone. Knuckle Mania, though, I can't wait for that. That's next month, February 7th. That's going to be interesting. Rothwell versus Andre Arlovsky, who got into it recently. with I forgot who it was. Jack Doherty, I think it was. Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt versus Yoel Romero. That's gonna be interesting. Um, Masan Wong versus Crystal Pittman. Jade Masan Wong versus Crystal Pittman. All due respect, I don't feel like this should be the feature fight. I feel like the feature fight should be either Mike Richmond or Joe Elmore or Ben Bonner, Antonio Soto, which was the feature fight originally. But no disrespect to the ladies, but I don't think that should be the feature fight. And we got my guy Johnny Cannoli Garbarino versus Kane Tomlinson Jr. That's gonna be interesting. It got heated during the weigh-in. Actually, press conference. My bad. And of course, Johnny Cannoli's always throwing cannolis. Mike Richmond and Joe Elmore got into it recently, and now they got the fight. Whew, that could end up bloody. Bonner versus Soto, that's gonna be a good one. Pat Sullivan versus Felony Charles Bennett. You got Patrick Brady versus Bear Hill. I like Bear Hill. It's 2-0. So is Brady. So somebody's gonna be 3-0 after that. You got Brandon Meyer, and Zeta Kaya Montanez. Excuse me if I butcher that name. And then you got the free fights. We got what do we got? Lex Ludlow versus Zach Kalmus, Matt Simmelsberger versus Christian Fane. Yeah, man. Knucklemania is gonna be interesting. Can't wait. Um, appreciate everybody that tune in. Instagram look like it's been way more popping than my Facebook and YouTube today. But I normally don't go live at 12. But shouts out to my man OG Millionaire. Appreciate you tuning in. I normally don't go live at 12, but she's in Germany, 6 hours ahead of me. So I had to kind of accommodate the time schedules. And I should have an interview coming up with a fighter in Poland soon. So that should be another early one. And we also got who else? We got another interview. What is it? I think we got Ryan Peterson this Thursday. Yeah, Ryan Peterson this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shouts out to Nicole Schaefer taking time out. Appreciate her reaching out. I put out a flyer recently about interviewing, fighters, and fighters. They all got stories to tell. I respect a lot of these fighters, man, especially in the bare knuckle world, and just in general in combat sports. The grind is crazy. It just reminds me of being a musician trying to make it, and all I, really wanted to do is be heard, just wanted people to hear the music, enjoy the music. That's how I look at fighters. They're always like musicians trying to, get signed to that major label, man. But they're willing to grind it out longer than musicians, They don't let the ego get in the way. They understand they gotta build up, they gotta grind, they gotta win fights, get title shots, build a name up, man. It's a long process, and a lot of them barely make a living off of fighting. They got to do other things like have businesses and work regular jobs and still find time to train every single day if they can, to stay in shape, man, and keep that grind going, man. Yeah, I definitely respect the combat sport world and the fighters, man. They definitely put a lot more time and energy and dedication and discipline in it than musicians. I think musicians can learn a lot from fighters. And being a guy who has live from Vietnam, which go check me out live from Vietnam as well. Just did the interview recently with a Big V from Nappy Roots and Karen White, the first R&B singer to have her first 3 singles debut at #1 on Billboard. Um, yeah, the musicians just not as disciplined and dedicated as much as the fighters, man. They're not. They're really not. Like, musicians want to musician could start making music last week and think they should get paid this week for doing a show. Fighters, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I see them doing for free. They doing a lot of free interviews. All the musicians are always trying to get paid for interviews. Fighters, you know, do a lot of interviews for free. Plus, a lot of times it's in their contracts that they have to promote the fight that they have coming up or promote the fight promotion, and at the same time, they got to get their names out there and they got to build their fan base and their followers because the fight game has the same politics as the music business. They want to see how many social media followers. They want to see how many followers you got on Instagram. How many? Oh, you're popping on Instagram. Well, let's look at your Facebook. Oh, you don't got much on Facebook. We got to get that popping. What's your TikTok like? What's your YouTube like? Like it's a whole package deal, man. Like that's why a lot of fighters get the money fights because their names are out there. Everybody wants to fight Mike Perry to BKFC because he's like the money fight, man, and he's got a lot more followers than a lot of the guys in BKFC. No disrespect to him, but and that's another thing. They gotta not only they gotta grind to stay in shape on top of their fight game, they gotta make money outside of the fight game when they're not getting fights. And they gotta find a way to build their social media just like musicians and artists as well, man. It's definitely a tough grind and something to respect and probably model, what you do in life after. I think a lot of people should be following fighters just for the simple fact that they're disciplined. The training, the discipline, the dedication, dealing with times they could be discouraged when they're not getting a lot of fights, watching the BKFC. I mean, I see plenty guys. My favorite fighter only had one fight last year, Redneck Mandel. Like it's a tough business, man. It's a tough business. All right, we about to wrap it up, man. I gotta start cooking some spaghetti and some garlic bread for lunch. Gotta, make that great Italian American food. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Ryan Peterson. I might have an interview before that on Wednesday. We'll see. Shouts out to my guy Warren Panasco. Says he has some fight news and he wants to come on and announce it. So we're gonna find out if he got that fight news that he need to come on and announce, and we're gonna set that up. And I got a bunch of other fighters that hit me up that want interviews. And we will be interviewing people in all combat sports this year, not just bare knuckle, BKFC. We have a BYB interview coming up. I think a PFL interview coming up as well. So appreciate y'all tuning in. We're about to wrap it up. Peace. And I'm out.